I'm pretty sure you would have competitors in this sector.
I do, but it's not who you think. So it is extremely easy to never attain burnout, and here's how you do it. So it's in a deep, dark, disgusting pool of insecurities.
Just now also you mentioned that, by the time the content is here, you feel very drained out and stuff. So people do, the India merch many they'll say, I feel burned out. It's a normal word to be used. I've burned out. I need a break and I want to, take a step back, or I need some like whatever kind of thing from away from this so that I know I can refresh and come back with new ideas and stuff. So coming back to Monica, do you ever feel burned out?
There was only one time I've ever burnt out. I was at a gym. A mutual friend was also working out at that gym. He came up to me and we were talking business, shop talk. And I'm just telling him like, I'm feeling these things. I'm just narrating my everyday life to him. And he looked at me and he was like, oh my God, you're going to burn out real soon. And I was like, I think I'm fine. And he was like, no, you actually sound like you really need to tap out. You need a vacation. Why don't you take just 3 days, Monica, like 2 days, 3 days, எங்கேயாவது கிட்ட like Indonesia, Malaysia, எங்கேயாவது போயிட்டு வா, but like நீ பேசுறத பார்க்கறதே சரியில்லை, like you things you're saying, it just looks dark and sounds dark and you need to tap out immediately. That night I booked a flight and I went to Vietnam.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to Vietnam immediately because I was like, someone notices something. Also, a third person is telling you something about yourself which you have not realized on your own. I'd like to believe I have some high level of self-awareness. So I got into shock. I was like, then I flew out and I came back perfectly fine after that.
Well, did it feel better? Was there any increase in anything?
Of course. Increase in output for sure. Came back so rejuvenated, energized, and I was ready to work. But burnout is firstly a term that is used very loosely amongst people. I think சும்மா like at one point depressionங்கிற வேர்டை நம்ம ரொம்ப லூஸாக யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் anxietyங்கிற வேர்ட் இப்போ வந்து இந்த ஒர்க் என்வாயர்மெண்ட்ல burnoutங்கிற வேர்டை ரொம்ப லூஸாக யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. In my perspective, I feel like burnout is one of the like rock bottoms that you can hit in terms of லைஃபாக இருக்கட்டும், ஒர்க்காக இருக்கட்டும், உங்கள் லைஃப் ஸ்டைலாக இருக்கட்டும், in anything, right? And then also there are some health implications if you ever hit burnout.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, because like you have to exit, if you have to take time off work, it might result in some kind of back injury, knee injury, some kind of stress.
Your body starts failing.
Yeah, your body starts failing, and that's a real clear indication that something is really wrong with your life.
Yep.
It's if I tell you that it's very easy to not ever reach burnout, will you be willing to listen to me? Are you keen to hear me out?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so it is extremely easy to never attain burnout, and here's how you do it. Your lifestyle needs to be perfected to a T. You absolutely need to sleep well. And there's no such thing as எனக்கு தெரியும் நான் 4 hour தூங்கினா என்னால் அடுத்த bullshit. நீ 8 hour தூங்கியே ஆகணும். நீ ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணனா நீ 8.5 hours to 9 hours தூங்கியே ஆகணும். உன் ஒய்ஃப் 9 to 9.5 hours தூங்கியே ஆகணும். அண்ட் நீ வந்து க்ளீனாக சாப்பிடணும். அந்த ஹாக்கர் சென்டர் ஃபுட்டை வந்து என்காட்ச் பண்ணுறதை விட்டுட்டு வீட்டில் எவ்வளோ சுத்தமாக சமைக்க முடியுமோ, லைக் less oil, less salt, அதை எல்லாத்தையும் வச்சு you have to eat cleaner. You have to do 10 kilometer steps every single day. You have to work out 30 minutes to 45 minutes every single day. You need to have good relationships around you. Most importantly, you've heard of the word ikigai before? The Japanese term ikigai?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
You need to know what your purpose is in life, and you need to work towards your purpose. You don't need to have the same purpose as me. You can totally have a very small, simplified purpose. Like, my daughter wants a certain toy. By the end of this month, I want to get her that toy. ஏன்னா அதை அவள் பார்த்துட்டா ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. I want to get it for her. அது அவ்வளோ சிம்பிளாக இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் உனக்கு ஒரு பர்பஸ் இருக்குது, அது உன்னை புஷ் பண்ணுது, அது எவ்ரிடே உன்னை ட்ரைவ் பண்ண வைக்குது, அது உனக்கு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். இது எல்லாத்தையும் நீ பண்ணனா there's hardly a burnout that you would face. Hardly. And you have to trust in that process, and you have to do that repeatedly every single day. நிறைய பேரோட பிரச்சனை என்னன்னா அவங்களுக்கு routine பிடிக்காது. Every single day, I'm so bored, I don't like discipline. Do you know that the person who's able to do the same thing every single day without chaos or whining ends up being the most successful person in the room, in any room? That's how important discipline is. Just keep doing the same thing every single day. Don't feel like going for a walk? Shut up, just go for a walk. நீ ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி யோசிக்க முடியாது. எனக்கு இது பிடிச்சிருக்கா, எனக்கு இது பிடிக்கலையா, இன்னைக்கு நான் சாப்பிட்றது எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்கா பிடிக்கலையா. Don't think about that. Just keep doing the same thing every single day and repeat it. Rinse, repeat. Come home, rinse, repeat.
And அது 21 நாள் I think 21 நாள் நினைக்கிறேன். அது 21 நாளுக்கு
I believe 90 days, right? I think 3 months. Then it really becomes a habit.
it starts to form as a habit.
It does. It does.
Then
It really does.
Really
Hey, another thing is how you view yourself. I think a lot of people, firstly, try to ignore what a lot of other people think about you. And then secondly, the moment you want to put some habits in your life, very quickly talk about yourself as if that habits are already in you. For example, I'm not a gym rat. But do you know every single time I tell everybody that I'm a gym rat? That I go to the gym every single time. I love it. இதெல்லாம் sometimes உண்மையே கிடையாது. நான் வந்து 3 weeks break எடுப்பேன், 3 months break எடுப்பேன், you know, like
திரைக்கதை வசனம்
100%. Like எனக்கு தெரியும், like there's deep white lie going into this conversation. But the thing is, I strongly believe that நான் இந்த image, என்னை பத்தி எனக்கு இந்த image என் மைண்ட்ல வந்து நல்லா பதிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா I will become this person. And எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு கோல் தான், which is to become that person. And நான் அந்த person பத்தி மட்டுமா பேசவே மாட்டேன். நான் அந்த பர்சனை பற்றி எப்பயுமே தப்பாக பேச மாட்டேன். I would never be like, போகணும்னு நினச்சேன், வீட்டில் தூங்கிட்டேன்லா, இல்லை நான் போன வாரம் பேட்மிண்டன் ப்ராக்டிஸ் போகல, I was just too lazy. Never. I will never talk smack about myself. No.
I think it's a very, it's about confidence.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Confidence plays a huge part in many things. I think a lot.
I think so too.
A lot of things. Even to be a business owner, you need the confidence.
Hey, you need to sell like ice to Eskimos, right?
Exactly.
Hey, நான் இந்த பிஸ்னஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறது முன்னாடி 5 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் தேங்காய் என்னன்னா பேராஷூட் மட்டும் தான் தெரியும்.
எனக்கு அந்த ஜோக்கு தான் ஞாபகம். Remember the Sandana say, plane crash பண்ண போனா நம்ம பேராஷூட் கொடுப்போம். plane crash பண்ற நேரத்துல தலைக்கு கொடுக்க என்னைய உடைச்சு நான் என்ன பண்றது? I think
he's a dad now. He makes some dad jokes.
Okay. No, actually all of us do.
Bad joke.
All of us do. All of us do these jokes. Okay?
No, but seriously, dude. Like 5 years ago, all y'all knew was that தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் மட்டும் தான் எனக்கு தெரியும். தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் வந்து ஒரு ப்ளூ பாட்டில்ல வரும். அந்த தமிழ் கடைக்கு நான் போனேன்னா எனக்கு எவ்வளவு அது எனக்கு எங்க வாங்கணும்னு தெரியும். And எண்ணெய் தலைக்கு போடுற எண்ணெய் 3 வெள்ளி 80 காசுக்கு மேல இருக்கவே இருக்காது. Today, one of my hair bottles sells at $88. I made that happen.
So you made it happen. But did you make it happen because you were the brand or because it was the product? நான் ஏன் இந்த கேள்வி கேட்கிறேன்னா,
Just now you mentioned about that.
You never see Ferrari advertisement. You don't see a Lamborghini advertisement. But they buy the product because it's associated with the brand. And you know you get good quality product with the brand. Would you say it's something similar?
That's a really difficult question. But I'm going to answer that question. I think there was already some trust in me for, I don't know how to repackage this in a humble way, but the thing that I keep hearing from customers, especially from the early days, when you were like, actually, in the mudi items vikiranga, அந்த early 1-2 yearsல வந்து what I've heard from lots of people is, நீங்க என்கிட்ட என்ன வித்தாலும் நான் வாங்குவேன், நீங்க ஏதாவது விற்க மாட்டீங்களான்னு actually நாங்கள் இவ்வளவு நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம்.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was really surprising. I didn't know that firstly, I didn't know I had an audience. Secondly, I didn't know that my audience had a sellable quality, that I could sell stuff to my audience. That was quite interesting.
Okay, so you brand இருக்கு, product இருக்கு. I'm pretty sure you would have competitors in this sector.
I do, but it's not who you think.
We don't thinking of anybody. அதை நான் வந்து தெளிவா சொல்லிடுறேன்.
It's not anybody that you think. It's not the தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் that's $3.80 on the shelves. It is not the girl who's selling oils and hair masks and face masks. It's none of them. My biggest competitor is hawker centers. Those are my biggest competitors. Reason being,
How?
I told you it's not who you're thinking, right? I am not selling just hair oil. I sell a lifestyle. I'm constantly talking about the fact that a person needs to have a good lifestyle to be able to live their optimum life, right? நீங்க உங்க தலைக்கு வந்து என்ன போடுறீங்க, நீங்க போடாம இருங்க, அது உங்க பிரச்சனை. ஆனா நீங்க ஒழுங்கா சாப்பிடுறீங்களா, நீங்க கரெக்டா தூங்குறீங்களா, நீங்க ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்றீங்களா, உங்க ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ஸ்லாம் ஓகேயா இருக்கா, உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பர்பஸ் இருக்கா, இதை தான் நான் செல் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்றேன். And the biggest stopping factor for all of this is your accessibility to go to the hawker center and get food so quickly, so affordably, at such great convenience, at whatever time you want, is my biggest problem. The person who goes to the hawker centers and eats food that is coming to them at that rate, at that convenience, at that timing, has a psyche in them that is so hard for me to break. That's what I'm trying to break.
அப்பனா ஃபுட் டெலிவரி பண்றவங்களும் actually the food delivery
Yeah, I would say that because so you very quickly understood it. So
Yeah.
now you're talking about laziness.
Yeah.
Right? Like laziness or comfort. நான் வீட்ல இருந்தே எனக்கு என்ன கிடைக்குது.
yeah
அப்படின்னா நான் என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு ஆளு என்னோட என்னோட டார்கெட் ஆடியன்ஸோட ப்ரொஃபைல் எப்படி இருக்கும் பார்க்கறதுக்கு. She is at home. She's extremely lazy. She doesn't want to go out. She wants everything delivered to her at home. And she's probably not going to go out and make the 10-kilometer steps. She's not going to do the 10K steps today. She's not going to exercise today. You think she's going to buy my oil? You think she has time to oil her hair? That's my biggest struggle. And converting someone's lifestyle is the hardest thing you can actually do with them. It's very easy to sell a product. It's very easy to sell a service. You know, you can quickly get on Instagram, like put like cute little pictures, and you know, you have send it out to influencers, send it out to micro influencers, send it out to people to do the unboxing videos, and very quickly can garner traction towards a product or a service. To sell a lifestyle is extremely hard, which also means it gives me great leverage in terms of what all I can sell after this. If I can sell hair oil, maybe in 5 years' time I'll be selling you your food. Maybe in 10 years' time I'll be setting up a gym that you can come to, because everything comes under the same ethos that I'm trying to sell, which is a fantastic lifestyle.
you know which is the hardest to change in marketing terms?
What?
Behaviors.
Correct.
And you're actually trying to do that.
I'm on it. Give me the hardest job.
Creatures of old habits.
Yeah, exactly. I told you, it's not anyone that you think. It's not that girl selling the hair oil. It's not someone who's replicating everything that you do at home. I know of so many brands who started after I'd started out, 2 years into my business, 3 years into my business, and they have the exact same social media strategy as I do. They take videos the same way that I do. They have the same glass jars that I used to have in my home. They have the exact same, like keeping the roots in the bottle, keeping the fenugreek in the bottle, showing all of that. I know of lots of people who are ripping off my brand. I do not care. Sis, you selling hair oil. I'm selling healthy lifestyle. I'm in a different tax bracket.
So
I think
That is actually like, you know, in audio terms, right? That's actually like Spotify initially competing with Apple Podcasts
correct.
for the podcast space, but they are not actually competing with Apple Podcasts.
They're not.
They're competing with YouTube.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Actually, I recently was in the Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah,
So they are never competing with Apple Podcasts.
No,
We
they don't.
thought they were.
exactly.
It's YouTube.
And then they got all the royalties off of every single.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
And they introduced videos in Spotify as well,
yeah,
Which was a game changer.
which you can actually get this podcast on video as well on Spotify and YouTube as well.
Alaga
Even no.
yeah.
So you can actually watch this video on Spotify.
Watch me on Spotify
Watch us on Spotify.
and YouTube.
And Apple Podcast.
இல்ல அது ஆடியோ மட்டும் தான்.
அது audio.
எத்தனை வருஷம் அதை பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கடா நாய.
இல்ல அது அப்படியே ஒரு ஃப்ளோல வந்தோட Apple Podcast வந்துச்சு. So tying back, when you say you are selling a lifestyle, do you also check up after selling a product?
What is checkup?
Like check up with the person who's buying.
Check on.
Check on. I mean check up. இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு நல்லாவே அமைய மாட்டேன்.
ஏண்டா
It sounds like high quality, high resolution camera.
லைஃப் ஸ்டைல் வித்துக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. செக்அப் ஐசியூல நீங்க நல்லா இருக்கீங்க.
அந்த ரூட்ல தான் போனேன். I was like, hey, actually நான் இன்னும் செக்அப் பண்றேன். பயந்துட்டேன்.
செக் ஆன்.
செக் அவுட் தான் நினைச்சேன். Like
செக் அவுட் வந்து வேற நம்ம வாங்கிட்டு வெளிய.
இல்ல அவங்க ப்ராடக்ட் செக் அவுட் பண்ணனும் நீங்க செக் ஆன் பண்ணுவீங்களா அவங்க?
fantastic. Good wordplay.
சேஃப்ட் இட்.
Good job.
Yeah.
I do all the time. And it's always end the conversation with always let me know what your journey is. I'm very keen. I'm very interested. I want to see if there's a bald spot, whether or not it gets covered up. You have to tell me if something is working. You have to tell me, did you like that scent? Can you text me in 1 month's time if you like that scent? There's always follow up. I'm very good at customer relations.
Nice.
Has that been natural to you?
When it comes to work, I'm extremely people oriented. off work, I am not people oriented. Actually, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
I absolutely do not like talking to people.
Professional introvert.
Professional extrovert, right?
Professional extrovert.
Professional extrovert. Yeah, professional extrovert. அந்த வேலைக்கு மட்டும் நீ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க.
Extrovert.
Actually, it's very hypocritical. It's very chameleon.
No, I
understand.
I understand.
Are you all are you both introverts?
We don't talk to people outside.
Yeah, same. I also.
I used to,
Okay.
but now I've just changed.
Yeah, I also have recently changed.
So
Realize more and more that.
ஏன்னா ஒரு தடவை நான் ஒரு டேரோ ரீடரை பார்த்தேன். They did the tarot reading. It's like bring the inner child in you சொன்னாங்க. So I was like, yes, that's what I'm doing now. Let the inner child in you live னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So like,
Wow.
okay.
So your inner child never wanted to talk to anybody?
I have no idea. I never knew I had an inner child.
Everybody has an inner child.
Never knew.
I still don't talk to people outside work.
Yeah,
So if you see me outside work, right, my face is like.
Actually, me too.
இல்ல when I see his face generally it's
Yeah,
like that.
but I do have that RBF lah.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
I lots of people. Actually, there was this once as a very cute story. So I've hired a staff, and this is the first time I'm meeting her. I have obviously, trade secret. Not all staff you meet and then you train and then they get on the job, right? Sometimes it's just like, are you free? Can you come and do this job for you? So I'm meeting this staff for the very first time at the job itself. And so I sent her a photo and then she sends me a photo and then I'm like, I'm sitting at the playground, come and meet me. And then she comes to the playground, she meets me and she's like, hi, XYZ, வாங்க போய் வேலையை பார்க்கலாம். Then I'm sitting at the henna job and then அவங்களும் வேலை பார்க்குறாங்க, நானும் வேலை பார்க்குறேன். வேலை ஃபுல் 2 hour முடிஞ்சிருச்சு வேலை. And then நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு போகிற டைம் 2 hourலாம் ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது. நம்ம வேலை முடிஞ்சிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போகிற டைம் I'm like, XYZ இன்னைக்கு எப்படி இருந்தது, உங்களுக்கு வேலையெல்லாம் பிடிச்சிருந்ததா, இந்த வேலை செய்கிறது உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததா, இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாமா ஒர்க் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப். ஷி வாஸ் லைக், எல்லாம் ஓகே தான், நீங்கள் ஏன் இன்ஸ்டாகிராமில் மட்டும் சிடுன்னு இருக்கீங்க, ஆனால் இன்னைக்கு நீங்கள் வேலை விட மற்றவங்க கிட்ட நல்லா இழிச்சிக்கிட்டு தான் இருந்தீங்க ஹோல் டே. ஷி லிட்ரலி என்ன மூட்ல சொன்னாங்க தடவை. ஸோ candidly is basically calling me out, and that was the first time I actually realized, oh my god, I'm a huge hypocrite. I'm very hypocritical. Actually, off work, I don't think I have a very personable, personality.
Approachable.
I don't think I have a personable approach to anything. But then it's a moment when it comes to work, you are so
Just switch.
glued on. You are like, auntie, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Auntie, so cute. Auntie, your son is getting married. Oh my god, auntie. I love that sari, auntie. Have another cocktail. Don't worry, கையாடினா பரவாயில்ல auntie. நரம்பு புடைச்சிட்டு இருந்தா please auntie. Dude, that's me. I'm like, நம்ம ஏன் இவ்வளோ பேசுகிறோம்? Actually, நம்ம கொஞ்சம் லேசாக பேசலாம்.
In this busy schedule, there's one more thing about you that when I was researching, which kept popping up, especially in articles, is vitiligo. So you have vitiligo. But
I do.
what is vitiligo?
So I actually pronounce it as vitiligo. You can pronounce it however you want. I've just grown up pronouncing it as vitiligo, so I'm just going to call it as vitiligo. I had it first up when I was 12, and then it very quickly spread like wildfire. You're unable to see all of it right now because I have a full face of cake on. But besides that, every other day when I'm at home, when I go to henna appointments, when I go out, when I have a completely bare face, you'll be able to see it in like full color. You're able to see it. It's just like white patches around my eyes. I have on my scalp, on my waist, at the nape of my neck. The nape of my neck has the largest vitiligo bit. It basically is your melanin acting against yourself. You have, I'm not sure if it's white or red blood cells. You are lacking in some blood cells and they're attacking your body. And then they're eating the color production. It's been too long actually to remember it. I used to remember the definition of it so that I can tell everybody, but it's been too long since anyone's ever asked me what it is, which is a fantastic evolutionary perspective. Lots of people are seeing it these days. They don't feel like they need to stare. Even if you're staring, I don't feel like I need to entertain your stare, or I'm not like, ஐயோ நீங்கள் என்ன தான் பார்க்குறீங்களா, நீங்கள் என் கண்ணை தான் பார்க்குறீங்களா, என் மூஞ்சை தான் பார்க்குறீங்களா, so much anymore, which is great. I like it. I like that we all have a nice understanding in society now, which is like, இதுவும் இருக்குது, இது பரவாயில்ல. But it took a really long time to get there. எனக்கு வீட்டில் இருக்கும் தேம்பல் தான் நினச்சாங்க. And so a lot of aunties used to tell me like ஃபேஸில் வந்து டொமாட்டோ மாஸ்க் போடு, அப்புறம் வெஜிடேரியன் ஆயிடு, ஃபிஷ் சாப்பிடாத, ஆயுர்வேதிக் ப்ராக்டிஸ், மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணு. And one of the other things they said was that அந்த ஸ்னோ ஒயிட் க்ரீம் போடு, பிகாஸ் தேம்பலாக இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணி குளிக்கிறியா உடனடியாக குளிக்காத, அதனால தான் தேம்பல் வருது.
வேர்வையோட குளிச்சா அந்த மாஸ்க். Did you do all of this?
I did everything. I've done every single thing anybody has told me, despite of the seriousness of that conversation. அப்படின்னா லைக் ஒரு பாசிங்கில் வந்து பஸ்ஸில் ஒரு ஆண்டி சொல்லுவாங்க அதை நம்ம கிட்ட, ஏய் கேர்ள் யூ டூ தட் I've done it. Because that's how insecure I used to be. And also I was like in a very தனம், இதை எப்படியாவது நம்ம ப்ரிவென்ட் பண்ணி ஆகணும், இதை க்யூர் பண்ண முடிஞ்சா நம்ம க்யூர் பண்ணிடலாம். although it has no cure. அதை நான் டயக்னோஸ் பண்ண அதே நாளே வந்து அந்த ஸ்கின் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட் என்கிட்ட சொல்லிட்டாங்க, that there is no cure for vitiligo. உங்களுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டெராய்ட் மெடிகேஷனில் போட முடியும், UV ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும், எல்லாமே is just to prevent it from aggravating. But there are some factors that aggravate it very quickly. Stress, immense stress. So when you are in adolescence, அது வந்து puberty-ஆ இருக்கலாம், ஸ்கூலில் வந்து உங்களுக்கு like exam time-ஆ இருக்கலாம், like O levels and all that kind of stuff. And sunlight. And we live in one of the hottest countries in the world.
Equator.
Yeah. Whether it's patches, you can't really escape it from anyone's eyes, right?
No.
Did it really affect your confidence at any point of time when you
Oh
were
my God,
younger?
yes it did. It affected me negatively for the first full decade, first 10 years.
Teenhood.
So that's correct, between 12 and 22. 10 years, I had never gone anywhere without makeup. When I went to school, I had a dermatologist letter in my pocket. When I went to secondary school, I had a dermatologist letter in my pocket that said that I am allowed to wear concealer and foundation to school every single day.
Right.
And when teachers used to ask me about it in secondary school, you don't know, we didn't go to the same school.
Yeah.
But teachers would ask me at like the parade square, whatever. Teachers who didn't know me would ask me, and I'll just whip up the paper, and then they would read the paper and they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're all fine. I used to wear makeup every single day, even to school. And I never knew what it felt like to live without makeup, which is awful, especially in your adolescence. Pre-adolescence to adolescence, right? 12, 13, 14, 15 was so hard. Because it's like a time where நம்ம யாருனே நமக்கே தெரியாது தெரியுமா. ஆனால் நமக்குன்னு ஒரு டெஃபினேஷன் இருக்குது. ஓ லைக் மற்றவங்க நம்மளை இப்படி தான் பார்க்குறாங்க நமக்கு தெரியுது. அதை எப்படி நம்ம எஸ்கேப் பண்ணோன்னு தெரியல. அவன் ஏதாவது நம்மளை கூப்பிடுறானா, அவனை பேண்டாய்ஸ்னு கூப்பிடுறான், இன்வெர்டட் ஜிப்ரான்னு கூப்பிட்றான், அவனை எப்படி என்னால் தக்கல் பண்ண முடியும்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. அப்புறம் நான் அவனே பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன் கிளாஸ் ரூமில். லைக் ஸோ லைக் ஐ ஹேட் ஸோ மெனி deep insecurities. I was in a deep, dark, disgusting pool of insecurities. And I also know of lots of people who at different stages of my life made use of my insecurities in different ways, which just feels really horrible right now.
I mean, you went through it and it was just tough lah.
It was really tough. It was really tough. I think I had like a massive identity crisis. I didn't know who I was.
At which point in life did you overcome it?
At 22, I remember the day starkly. I remember how bright the sun was. I remember the wind. I remember which MRT station I was walking towards. I remember the shelter above the MRT. I just remember everything vividly. It's as if you have like, you know, Tamil padala
Reckoning.
that. And also in movies, you know, they say like, அந்த பொண்ணை பார்த்தேன் அப்படியே like photo எடுத்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. I have like a picture perfect memory of that day because that day changed my life drastically. After that, I never was the same person after that. 22 years old was the first time I'd gone to the office without a spot of makeup on my face. And you know what happened in the office? Not what you're thinking.
Nobody mentioned it, right?
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Literally not a single person asked about it. I was like, why are you going to ask about my face? Are you going to ask about my face? Are you going to... Just on edge the whole time. Literally not a single person asked about it. My colleague actually came up to me and she just made one poignant statement. She was like, you know there's a pimple on my face? You don't know the pimple. I know the pimple. That's been your problem this whole time. And then she was just walked off. I was like...
It's, you know, I get, you know why.
That's all.
I know yours is a bit more serious, but ours is, you know how I know that feeling. தாடி இருக்கு, தாடி இல்லாமல் இமேஜின் பண்ணி பார்த்துருப்பீங்களா. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து ஸோ எனக்கு வந்து ஹேபிட் என்னென்னா வச்சா குடுமி அடித்தா மாட்டேன். ஸோ ஐ வில் ஷேப் மை ஹோல் பியர், தென் ஐ கோ டு த ஆஃபீஸ். மூஞ்சில எனக்கு என்னமோ வேற மாதிரி இருக்கு ஆனா என்னன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல
இவ்வளோ பெரிய காடை வெளியே யார் இந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்ட சொல்றா
That's amazing. I find that amazing.
so I get it
Literally, nobody cares about
Nobody
us
cares.
as much as we care about ourselves.
Yeah.
As much as we talk about ourselves. Literally, when you go back home tonight, you would not even think about this podcast for a minute because you have so many other things operating in your life.
நான் யோசிப்பேன் ஏன்னா இதை நான் எடிட் பண்ணணும்
That's cute.
இல்ல எடிட் பண்ணணும்
Besides having a job about it, it's just nobody cares about you.
for me also.
and no it's all in your head
Yeah.
100%.
it's everything
100%.
In that way, I just don't care about a lot of things lah. Remember, I had
Like that.
yeah, because I had like so many hair colors, different kind of hairstyle.
Hey, that's the stark difference. Everything you just mentioned now is things that you had a choice
Yeah.
to alter.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not something I had a choice to alter.
alter,
It dropped on you. It's different.
It's different.
That I too have had multiple hair colors that I've just not cared about. I've had multiple piercings that I take out, carry, take out, repierce, but I don't care about those stuff. This I care about. Because இது நான் கேட்டு எனக்கு கிடைக்கல.
exactly
இது நான் கேட்கவே இல்லை.
it's not like a tattoo you know even tattoo also you can remove this tattoo removal yeah
It's different.
with all the struggles you still maintain to sort of like bring yourself up in a way where I suppose you did not imagine it 5 years ago when you started this as you started earlier correct நீங்க வந்து imagine பண்ணல இது வந்து இந்த வழியில போவோம் but you started building that strategies started building that systems and processes within and you mentioned staffs as well how many staffs do you have
I have 1 staff with my haircare account and I have 3 staff with my henna account.
7 growing that entity and all that what would you say to that 14-year-old Monica who is going through that identity crisis
I don't know.
that's a good statement
Because
Let me think about. I mean, I've heard so many versions of this, but that
Yeah.
so many famous people have said, you know, girl, you got this. You know, in the end, you will make
Yeah.
it, and all that. I don't really think I have a lesson to tell 14-year-old Monica, because despite having a skin condition that I had to grow up with, I always knew I was bound for great things in life, like the greatest. I've just always known that. Even when I was a teenager, I would tell my mom and my sisters all the time, I'd be just the best. I'd be the best. I'm going to make so much money. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. At different points, I was obviously thinking of different things. I'll be a great actress. I'll be a great singer. I'll do this. I'll do that. I will sell saris. Whatever it is, I just knew I was bound for greatness. And I have an unshakable trust and faith in myself. I have never wavered from that. I've always struggled and grappled with self-esteem for a really long time, and then it's all stopped at about 22 to 25. After 25, no such thing. I was just beast mode ever since then. I also cleaned up my lifestyle, right? I had a very different lifestyle when I was in my 20s, and I realized that if I can drop my vices, if I can stop drinking and don't party so much, if I can do different things, if I can look at myself a different way, if I can throw myself into work and then also have deep passion for the things that I do, if I look at myself differently and act a different way, I can actually get there. But I've even way before that, I've always known I have no option B. I have no other choice but to be the best.
what's next for Monica
Also, I don't care.
no that's
Yeah, I really don't.
perfect. Yeah.
I don't.
no, you don't expect someone to just say that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know or I don't care. It can be any industry. It can be any job. I always tell my sisters this, and they just like brush me off. I've always told them you can be a rubbish collector, and no shade to rubbish collectors, but you need to be the best rubbish collector in town. You need to do it so good,
what if you find a thumb drive with Bitcoin in there
right?
what if
only 100.
Now, I was like thinking,
There's only 100 of them left. 100-ish of them left.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
acquire.
Hey.
Yeah.
and I see that there are actually people who lost their thumb drive and
Bitcoins.
not thumb drive sorry it's like
I know what it is.
yeah so Monica thank you so much for spending so much time with
Thanks for
us
having
but to wrap it up one final segment
Okay.
rapid fire question
Oh wow.
I got the first one.
and
Oh wow, so fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
Mac or Fenty Beauty?
Fenty. Hey, Mac has a long legacy.
Yeah.
But Fenty is very good at revolutionizing.
what is Mac and Fenty
Makeup da.
Yeah.
Okay, Chanel or Prada?
God. Chanel. legacy.
Nice.
Who thought this sister is gonna drop that?
Pushanda.
Sorry.
Husband.
I've been using.
Puche
wait.
இல்லையா?
No, wait.
என்ன சொல்றீங்க?
I've been using luxury brands for quite some time.
Oh, right. Sorry. இவர் தான் நம்ம group Madonna's.
So you Chanel or Prada?
Me, Chanel.
Chanel. Legacy, right?
Yeah.
Legacy.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Brew coffee or Nescafe?
Neither Italian coffee brewed in a mocha pot. What do you think of y'all?
Biryani or dosa?
Idli.
Sambar or chutney?
Sambar.
Hawker food or fast?
Neither home food. Get up.
அவன் தெரிஞ்சுதான்
பட்டு ஒரு மனுஷன் அவருக்கு இவர் திரும்பி அதே வேலைக்கு வருவாரா?
இல்ல அதுதான் அந்த அது ஏன்
lifestyle.
There's a segue to that. And the home food lifestyle ஓட the branding உங்களோட products எல்லாம் இருக்கிறதால நீங்களும் பாருங்க பார்த்து வாங்குங்க.
பார்த்து வாங்க அந்த கேமரா அது யாரவே தெரியலடா.
தெரியாது. அதுவும் தெரியாது.
இல்ல இப்பதான் நான் சொல்றேன். இல்ல இப்பதான் நான் சொல்லணும். I will henna one நம்பிக்கை மூச்சி hair oil நம்பிக்கை ப்ரோடாகோட நம்பிக்கை
படத்துல வரா தெரியலையே.
இது படத்துல வரும்.
இதுல யா ராஜா ராணி எங்கிட்ட நம்பிக்கை மொட்டை ராஜேந்திரன் ஓல்டு
தமிழ் படம் இங்கிலீஷ் படம் விஜய் அஜித்
Neither.
ரஜினி தமிழ்
Neither.
தனுஷ் சிம்பு
Dhanush.
வேற எங்க இருக்கு
It's quite good.
காமெடியன்ஸ் கவாடமணி செந்தில்.
Neither is very straightforward. Vivek. Neither.
it's good it's a good
Knowledge with the jokes. Also witty. Just like not just funny.
யோசிக்கலாம்.
Slapstick. You know the Shakila? நீ என்ன law படிப்படா? Hey, படிக்க போறியா? டேய் நான் உன்னை படிக்க வைக்கிறேன். என்னடா படிக்க போற? Law. என்ன law? Shakila. அழகா. So good.
Final question. If there was one person who needed a hair care product if you're going to give hair care product, one actor.
One actor.
One actor. Or if you want to have a dream client, either one.
It's the Rajinikanth.
I don't know why I thought about it
அவருக்கு கொடுத்தாரு சந்தோஷமா ஒரு கூட சன்லைட் ஒரு கூட முள்ள அது விக் இல்லாம பண்ணலாம்.
அதுக்கப்புறம் அவருக்கு மெசேஜ்
இல்லாம பண்ணலாம்.
அவருக்கு மெசேஜ் இருக்கும் நீங்க பால் ஸ்பாட் போட்டு
சார் உங்களோட பால் ஸ்பாட் பிஃபோர் அண்ட் ஆஃப்டர் எனக்கு அனுப்புறீங்களா சார்? ஸ்டூடியோக்கு வந்து ஒரு பிஃபோர் அண்ட் ஆஃப்டர் 6 months கழிச்சு ஷூட் பண்ண முடியும். ஹே அதுக்கப்புறம் அவர் ஜஸ்ட் பேட்டன்ட் அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னால பிடிக்க முடியாது. உங்களால டைமே கொடுக்க மாட்டேங்க உட்காந்து. தெரியும்ல தெரியும்ல. That's a dream.
போட்டுமா போட்டுமா
நீ போட்டே ஆக நீ போடாட்டியா பார்க்கவே மாட்டேன்.
இத போட்டாங்க எத்தனை பேர் வந்து கழுவி ஊத்துவாங்க. ஒருத்தன் ஆத்தரைட்டிஸ்னு சொல்லி ஒருத்தன் மானதே ஆகிட்டாங்க.
okay so
Yuva and Sharif did this joke.
what do you call
Rajini's knee.
Okay.
Then Sharif nonchalantly said arthritis.
That's very rude. But what is the joke about that though?
what do you call Rajini's knee and Rajini is old right
Okay.
so he said arthritis
Yeah, but the joke, the answer is Rajini knee.
Rajini knee
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I get it.
So
Atukuniva.
and that was one of the best doing videos on our page.
and the thing is it's still being consistently liked randomly
That's insane.
Yes, so with that, Monica, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
on
for
the
having
show.
me.